Welcome to the Sice Room with DMV culture, hip hops, and politics collide. I'm your host, Trey Five, and tonight we're talking about accountability in DC culture and go-go culture as a whole. Public health fears, violence in the community events, man, voter rights, and what line between protest and respect. We're gonna get into it, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat each and every week, man. Each and every Tuesday. We love y'all. Shout out to my panel. Y'all know I got the greatest panel in the world. Voila. All right, a longtime figure connected to DC go-go scene. Cleo Canton was sentenced to 165 years in prison after convictions tied to child abuse and sex offenses. This story shocked a lot of the go-go community because go-go is more than just music in the city. It's like culture, identity, and history. But a lot of people always talked about the long-term effects of older people and said culture preying on younger girls, or it always been a story in the culture, but this is actually a situation where we got a conviction to tie it to. So I want to know from y'all, go-go is called the heartbeat of the city, but how does the community protect, you know what I'm saying, its fans and young girls or women per se that are fans of the culture when allegations like this come out? How do we hold the culture accountable, and how do we make sure stuff like this never happens? Wait.
We know the go-go stuff get deep. Um, just overall, my take with this is just they gotta hold him accountable. I don't know about holding like the whole go-go community accountable because there's a lot that go on with that. You got all ages and all type of stuff like that. So it's just crazy. Like when I was just like doing my research on it, it was just like damn. So it's like just hold him accountable. That's for sure. Because it's crazy. That's my take.
Uh, well, I think it's kind of hit home for real, man. That's something that is kind of prevalent in our community. They're unfortunately protecting service, and you have a lot of energy to call out other cultures and whatever. But you, for some odd reason, kind of hide our own predators, like you might got that weird uncle or whatever the case is. So him being convicted is a good thing. The outrage is warranted, and here's a topic that needs to be addressed across the board. And kind of threw me off guard. I'm gonna pass and come back on it. So I got something else.
Um, yeah, only thing I want to add to that is, of course, go-go means a lot to the city. But yeah, no, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I agree with Wink. Hold him accountable. And just moving forward, just gotta pay more attention, be more aware of what's going on, so stuff like this don't happen again. That's my take.
Okay, yeah, because when I mention it to certain people or even say stuff like that, people be like, "Oh, that always was happening." You hear me?
Yeah, it has always
Yeah.
been happening. That's why I'm like, it get deep. Like, it's even, I don't know if y'all ever seen it across social media, but there's always like a reoccurring or resurfacing man, excuse me, man that they show that used to be in the Go-Go's back in the day, looked just like creepy. Yeah, him. Like, just that as an example. I don't know what he got going on. I ain't putting nothing on the phone. Not saying the name that they say, but it's just like that's an example of how we be like, oh, he's legendary, whatever. He been all in the go-go's and this and this and that. But it's like You know, that's when we go back to the all ages, or just even in go-go songs saying quotes, look at all the young girls clap. She do, yes she do. You know, so, and it's still on my playlist, but just the fact that to even catch yourself saying, look at all the young girls clap. Jesus.
Oh,
I was the young, I mean, I was not the young girls. Hey, I was not the young girls, but the young girls were my friends, and we were fucking 14 and 13. So,
man, that's always been creepy to me. Older guys, it's like the older guys in high school, but it's out of high school, going to the high school, hitting on the little young joint. It's
Mm-hmm.
that kind of culture that we look past for whatever reason. Like creepy shit is creepy shit. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, I'm glad that he was held accountable. They said these charges or the allegations had stemmed over some time, so I'm not. It took as long as it did, but hopefully that's a turning tide for like culture in the community as a whole. Like, don't be hiding these predators. Are cool with them. Want to?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to feel like you know what I'm saying. Like you gotta hold them to the torch, same way you would for somebody else, like an Epstein or whatever the case. You gotta have that same energy.
I agree.
That's a fact.
And it's
I
like
feel the
three
same way.
different victims,
Yeah,
or three that's on record. It's probably more than that. You know what I'm saying?
and I think some of them are from different generations.
Yeah, so that's a track record. That's something that he had been doing and getting away with for a while. So like his circle knew the type of time he was on, and ain't nobody say or do anything about it. So they just as guilty. If you knew and you ain't do something, you just as I ain't gonna say just as guilty as the perpetrator, but you hold some liability.
Yeah, like you know, so you knew something. Like,
Yeah,
but what should you do?
you can street justice or you can call the authorities.
Now I'm saying if you a person that don't know, like I mean, you a person that know but didn't commit the act and not the victim of the act.
You need to intervene one way or the other. You can intervene
If you
personally,
did,
you
right,
know what I'm
boom.
saying? Or if you hear about it, you can confront them, and then you can just keep your antennas up for behavior that might, you know, make that that intuition or that rumor
Mm-hmm.
a hard fact. And then you need to do
Mm-hmm.
something about it, man. Beat this nigga ass or turn his ass in. Because if it ain't, it's like a lot of people don't feel like that shit can hit home. So if they don't know the victim person, they don't have the same outrage. And that's not, we want community building, but we don't be trying to hold the community accountable for stuff because it's Jermaine or it's one of yours. And that's not how we fix things. I don't believe that turn the blind eye is not the way you're going. That's just basically you allowing the behavior unknowingly, but allowing the behavior.
Yeah, and yeah,
What they
what
call
was
it? Enabling. That's the word I was looking for. Enabling.
enabling?
You're enabling the behavior. So it means you basically condoning that shit.
Mm. Yeah, because I mean, somebody, you know, we know there's consequences for things, but majority of the consequences we be talking about is human on human. So
Hurt
somebody
people,
got to
hurt
do
people.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
somebody got to do something.
cycle gonna keep perpetuating itself. Like it's like an example. R. Kelly tried, I mean, I don't know for sure. R. Kelly said he was abused as a kid. And then he grew up and then he started abusing kids. And ain't nobody say nothing. So those victims of his abuse might in turn keep the cycle going.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So whether it's sexual abuse, domestic abuse, you guys see something, do something. That's how I feel about it.
if not, like you said, it's gonna perpetuate.
Yes, sir.
All right, the hantavirus, man, a rare virus outbreak connected to a cruise ship has people talking again about global health scares and how quickly panic spreads online. Got people thinking we gonna go into some type of another, lock-in. Do y'all think the nonstop coverage of these type of outbreaks is keeping people like informed and prepared based off what we went through with Corona, or do y'all feel like people becoming, just numb to these type of health warnings and they don't care nothing about it at this point?
I wouldn't even say people becoming numb to it. It's just more so like, okay, we gonna see. Cause I just want to know how they know it's gonna be a global thing already. You know what I'm saying? That's my only question. But if it is something to be worried about, as the people, it's only right to do what you have to do to take care of yourself. That's my take.
Switched up. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Screens keep switching. All right. Well, it's a mixed bag. I think it's something to take serious. And it's also kind of just keeping us in that cycle of just so much going on. You can't keep up with the stuff that's important. But I wouldn't look past it. They said that's only got like a 40-50% fatality rate. It came out of nowhere, just like the last one. And they haven't really been able to contain it, meaning they're handling it messed up. They not quarantining the people. They already put them on planes and sent them out. So we'll see how fast it spreads, and then we'll have more of a better idea of like what we're dealing with. But I don't think it's something that we should just look off. But there's so much stuff going on right now that it's like we really can't keep up with all this bad news, like one thing after another after another. So it's kind of like 50-50 on how we should receive it.
When,
Well, first of all, I was watching the news for a news clip, and they already talking about it's another strain of that shit, and it didn't come from off the cruise ship. They need to take it serious, in my opinion, because they blew me with how they didn't take COVID serious. And look what it was like in that junk for 3 years, wasn't we? So it's just like, oh, here we go again. It's just like fatigue from all this shit. Like, I don't got time. Granted, I would love to telework, but everything else is like they need to take it serious. Like I didn't even do the research of what that shit even do because it's just like I wanted to do. I want to find out what it do, y'all. That's my take.
Where the fuck we go again? At the end of the day, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and say like I'm a conspiracy theorist or whatever, but when it comes to these viruses, I fully believe that the government is engineering this shit to control the population. It's just, yeah, we need to take it serious, just like you should take anything serious. But for me, it's just like I know it's about to be the same shit all over again. It's just kind of like a matter of time on when.
So look, right? I did see it was this guy. I'm about to try to find this tweet. It was a guy that tweeted back in I gotta find this joint. He tweeted
retweet.
back in 2022 that Corona was going to hit, but Corona would end in 2023, and a hantavirus would be released in 2026. That's what the conspiracy
Is that
theory.
real?
I'm looking to see if I can find a tweet now. Soothsayer is his name, right? It's one of them anonymous type joints.
But I'm talking about with AI and all of this. Like,
No, I got the timestamp on it.
I mean, I'm just saying, everything can Photoshop now.
Yeah, you going to the original tweet?
Yeah, it's on. I'm looking at the
It's
original
actually on the
thing.
page.
Yeah, 1:30 a.m. 6/11/22, 2023. I don't know if this joint going. Yeah, show. All right. Yeah, I got the thing on. But his name is Soothsayer, SOOTHSAYER on Twitter. And the timestamp says 6/11/22. And you got you know,
I mean, these joints be created anyway, so
most of them, they ain't just appear out of thin air. The timing is the weird thing. Like every time your man get in the office, just be full on chaos, man. Non-stop blitz, just non-stop, one thing after another, after another, after another. Like he's doing his thing behind the scenes. We just be so stressed out because everything is in free fall. So I'm not against the conspiracy theories, but at the same time, I'm not gonna not pay it no attention.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be cautious. I'm gonna stay out the way and pay attention to my surroundings and symptoms that they put out there to look out for. But it's always something. It's always gonna be some type of virus that's gonna come around every year that's gonna have everybody in a health scare, whether that's polio, whatever. It's gonna
Mhm.
always be something. Every year is something.
And be clear, that motherfucker's already in Maryland. So there's 2 cases of the shit that have been found in Maryland already.
Shit, did they say that county?
No, they didn't say what county.
What that shit do, y'all?
It's a
Kill
Yeah.
people.
yeah, it's a
Like,
it's a pulmonary virus.
oh shit.
So it causes hemorrhagic fever and renal syndrome and other reasons. Hantavirus, family of viruses carried by rodents, including deer mice, white-footed mice, and rats. In North Carolina, in North America, the most common strains is the Nombre virus, which causes hantavirus pulmonary syndrome.
Damn.
Damn.
But what the fuck does that mean?
Inhalation of airborne particles from rodent urine, droppings, or saliva. We got a lot of rats all up in this motherfucker. Direct contact with contaminated surfaces or rodent bites, and contaminated foods are the way you can get it. HPS develops 1 to 8 weeks after exposure, so you're not even going to know for a month or two, which just don't really add up to how they
Hmm.
saying that it got on the boat, so that's conflicting. All right, early symptoms: fatigue, fever, muscle aches, headaches, dizziness, chills, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and abdominal pain.
Oh, you could kill that with Pepto Bismol.
Late symptoms: coughing, shortness of breath, chest tightness,
Upset
and the fluid
stomach,
in your
diarrhea.
lungs. It's basically just gonna stop breathing. It's gonna be a severe fever, and your lungs won't fit. That's what I'm getting.
That's fucked.
Damn. Yeah,
Sound like
that's
COVID
super.
2.0.
That's super fucked. Damn.
They ain't take
Well,
I
enough
agree.
people out with COVID. They thought that motherfucker was gonna be more effective than it was. And we developed the antibody within our own bodies faster than the fuck they thought we was. So they had to make something a little bit stronger that was gonna
they had to
do what the
double
fuck
up.
they wanted COVID to
Man, if that's how you want to look at it,
They like balls. It's only killing the old people.
do.
You want all their lungs. Fuck.
they saying this came from rats, basically. And one
Same
thing we
way
got,
COVID came from fucking bats. All of these viruses come from fucking animals, right? But it's the way that the shit is introduced to our bodies. They're saying you have to inhale rat feces or urine. Do you know how close to feces you have to be to inhale the particles?
So the
not that
cruise ship was
close.
dirty as shit.
That's what it sounds like. You can
That's like saying
inhale
the
rat.
cruise ship. That's like saying the cruise ship was infested to the point where the rats were living in the ventilation system. So you telling me motherfuckers don't smell rat shit? They not complaining about the smell. It's just they just breathing it, and it's so strong. It's so overly infested that it's enough of the shit in the air that it's coming from the vent all the way up there,
I don't,
down here, and I'm breathing that shit in.
I don't think it got to be that much of it. Like you saying, I think like the
I think
example
it
you,
do. I think it do. And that on some real shit, if even if you gotta be like at the vent like this.
nah, you don't,
The fuck? You gotta
you
be like
don't.
at the vent like this, unless the whole fucking ventilation system was infested. The
I bet
whole
you
thing
have
gotta
to,
be
because I
That's
was
infested.
in
not
the
true.
refrigerator.
That's not true.
All right.
That's not true. If like let's
If
just
that's the
say
case, anybody who has mice in their house, like even if you just got one or two mice shitting somewhere in your house, you're gonna get the hantavirus just from breathing the air in your house.
the mouse would have to
No, it has
have
to
it.
be extreme.
The mouse has
Hold
to
up.
have it. They're not saying every rat or mouse has it. So the
Okay.
infected mouse,
Okay.
an infected population can
From
spread
North
like
America.
can spread like wildfire. If you got one mouse that has it and he running through the alleys, going into different buildings, shitting, and that
But
shit,
where in North America?
you just said it's in Maryland now. They was over. They
No,
got
I'm
it was on
saying,
an
but where the
island.
fuck he come from in North America? North America big as
They was
shit.
on a they was on a cruise. Allegedly, it was a cruise that they went to some remote island and contracted it somehow. That's the story. I don't know. That's what
Mm.
the reports are, right? And then once that cruise ship left said island and started to go to other islands, and different people started to get off and get on, and that's how easy it can spread, just like that. Some of the people that was infected, they let leave the boat and get on a plane to fly back to their native state or country. That's how quick
Mhm.
it can get from one place to another. So if you had, let's just say you got a couple infected mice and it's in your house or whatever, the mice are in the fucking utility closet shitting. You got your AC blowing, those fumes is going straight into your vent and it's going to pass through the whole house just like that. You don't have to be on top of the vent for the air to go through the vent and blow the virus all throughout the house so it can spread rapidly. That part I understand, but how it got on the boat, if it came from the boat or if they dropped it off and said it came, I don't. That's the part we all are like, I don't know how that shit got here, or who put it there, but it can spread like wildfire. You know what I'm saying? You people was catching COVID without being directly up on somebody that had COVID, and then some people was directly upon people that had COVID and didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? Your immune system play a part in that shit too.
I don't know. We're at a standstill, guys.
Yeah, man, shit crazy, bro.
All right. Well, a Cinco de Mayo celebration in Laurel ended in shootings, stabbings, and chaos after a massive uh, brawl, and the crowds gathered around Amigos Mexican Grill. Via social media, Amigos was, I guess, everybody's sneaky spot, but I guess it wasn't sneaky that night. What started as a celebration quickly turned into another example of how difficult crowd control is and safety becomes, and these large events where everybody gather together. So, what y'all feel about that, man? Is it the youngins, or is it certain type of people that's promoting stuff on the internet all the time and messing up the sneaky spots, or was that spot some trash and it wasn't all of that, and that was bound to happen?
You
I'm with
always got me when I'm chewing, Mo. All right, but look, real shit. I blame that on the bitch ass niggas that can't fight, always trying to ruin some shit for somebody. It's just like you get your ass look so slide down the wall, cry about it in the shower. Why do you have to then turn around and take somebody's life? Like I will never understand that. Motherfuckers don't fight no more. Motherfuckers can't fight no more. And that's who I blame the situation on. Also, it's Cinco de fucking Mayo. Why the fuck as a Mexican restaurant, didn't you have more security knowing you got this big ass event that you hosting? At what point do you start turning people away? At what point do you start saying, okay, we're over capacity? It's a couple different people at fault. But I stayed my black ass home. So, Trey Five, I seen you out there in your Fiesta. Was you at the Migos?
Marlon, Wing Easy.
Well, I don't
I'm
know
ready,
if
I'm
the
ready, I'm ready,
spot.
I'm ready, I'm ready. But
He just
I
wanted to
would
cut me off.
no, I was over here fucking up. But now, I would say, I can't really in any situation blame it on the establishment because like the junk is there every day of the week. So it's like
Switch the camera.
being that it's a holiday and not even yeah, it's a holiday. They know a lot of people won't come out, and even when crowds still start to come out, you know, because they get given us all law. So I don't know if they usually have security. I've been there once some years ago, but I can't blame it on the establishment. You know what I'm saying? You can only blame it on the people that was involved with the situation. You know what I'm saying? But in the future, now they know we gotta be more prepared for these type of nights because niggas cutting up. But that's my take. That's it.
Wing.
I don't know if the spot was trash or not. I never even heard of it before, but I just feel like it was bound to happen, sad to say. And I feel like it happened like every year. So it's just like here we, again and again. And it's like cycles with this shit. I think today's theme is fucking cycles around this motherfucker. So that's my take.
I blame the niggas and I blame the establishment. And this is why. The establishment, I ain't never been there, but the establishment clearly planned to put on a big old Cinco de Mayo situation. They had like tents and all that shit out there. So they definitely should have had security in place if they plan to have that many people in one spot. Also, it's a Spanish holiday, so why the fuck is there so many black people at the Migo restaurant fucking up their holiday? They at home chilling because they got ice to worry about, so they wasn't coming out causing no type of problem. It was unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, a lot of us out there that couldn't handle their liquor. It's too much tequila and not enough tacos. So they started wilding out and it was a bad look all the way around, you know what I'm saying? But the venue definitely, if it wasn't the, let's just say an event promoter planned this event and they was throwing it at said restaurant, whoever put that shit together shared some accountability because they didn't have enough security in place to make sure that it was a smooth experience for all parties that was coming out to be a part of. And then if you're coming out, you got some responsibility. You definitely got some responsibility because you need to hold your liquor and not be out this joint, you know what I'm saying, fighting with slides on and all that other shit. So there's a lot of blame to go around for this particular incident. But it's not a good look on any side of the coin you look at it, it's a bad look. They
You
did they make
know, they try to tell us that this holiday is supposed to be for us too. Spanish people have said that. If you really look into what Cinco de Mayo is for, it makes a little bit of sense why the black people like to celebrate it as well. But I just don't understand why we have to overdo everything. Niggas take shit and make it niggatry, bruh. Like every time they have to overdo it. I don't understand.
too much tequila, not enough
It's
tacos.
always us.
And we always celebrating shit that ain't ours. I ain't never heard Cinco de Mayo that had nothing to do with us. We celebrate fucking St. Patrick's Day. Any reason to drink, motherfuckers is
We
coming
celebrating.
outside and
Well, a
celebrating that
lot of
shit.
black people is Irish. I'm Irish. I definitely celebrate St. Patrick's Day. I be outside.
If it's
Okay.
in your heritage, more power to you. But I know a bunch of motherfuckers that ain't Irish that be throwing green on and going to drink on St. Patrick's Day. They do the same thing. Cinco de
The
Mayo.
Irish people are fun.
But even they don't. Even they know how to hold their liquor.
No, the fuck they don't. They don't. See, St. Patrick's Day a little different because the Irish people be so fucked up. We just blend right on in with the fuckery. Like it gotta go
Uh,
together. Them
man,
niggas be tripping. You gotta go check out an Irish pub on St. Patrick's Day. Then tell
nah.
me that they be holding their liquor. Them niggas be fucked up off the brewski.
I'm gonna take your word for it. That's something to do. I'm gonna take your word for it and stay my black ass with weed at. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a lot more mellow. Liquor does that to people. So anywhere where it's a lot of drinking, you're gonna get an incident regardless of what nationality it is. So I don't want to just like
Yeah.
keep throwing us under the bus. You know what I mean? But we ain't had no business out there acting like that on Cinco de Mayo. Even the Migos need to stay the fuck in the house.
Hey, make sure y'all come to them Buck events, man. Whole lot of weed and a whole lot of chill vibes. You feel me?
And
I don't know,
bring
I
your
like weed.
lungs.
It is
Somebody
not
told
that.
me about these events.
Oh yeah, you
bring
gotta
your
be there. You gotta
bring
get
your
there.
It's
lungs.
a great
That's
time.
definitely. Oh yeah, that's definitely your type of event.
Is it on the weekends?
Yeah, it's always on the weekend.
And the way
Always.
my son's set up, I'm only free
Always.
Friday night, Saturday night.
I make sure it's a Saturday.
Absolutely, I'm outside.
But I mean, did they make any arrests? Did they got any suspects? Any? How many people died? Did anybody hurt? Was any
Damn.
stabbing or shootings? Was there any fatalities?
No, I think we would have seen that. I ain't seen no fatalities.
So there's a whole bunch of gang
I just
shit.
seen niggas turning the shit into a joke, like photoshopping themselves in the pictures and shit, stuff like
Damn,
that.
for
That's
real?
all I really seen. I haven't really seen
Damn, I ain't
any
see that.
actual coverage. The AI shit is going crazy.
See, man, motherfuckers weird. Mental health is a real thing, dog. You
Man,
making memes out of it, like
no, for
Yes,
real.
what
literally.
they doing? What they
Let me
putting
see if I
some
can
burrows
find a
on them?
meme. Let me see if I
What
can find the joint
Hey,
real quick. Hold
kicking
on.
my ass lately. I was
what
moving
kind
too
of
fast, posting pictures of people, man. AI in the flash, man. So after I post and do stuff, I'm looking like, damn, that don't even look like that. But it'll
uh,
get one person right, then the other person wrong. You know what I'm saying? And then I moving fast, man. Shit kick my ass, man.
you got to pay attention.
No, for sure. For sure. Cause two of the people they mad shit at me. Which is understandable, man.
And three eyeballs and
No,
six
it ain't that
fingers.
bad. It just looks similar to the person, but not exactly like them. So, I know what that's like. You know what I'm saying? You don't want no AI motherfucker representing you. Especially in no shit I got like a competition base. That looks crazy.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
hopefully they get to the bottom of it. Everybody come out of that joint.
Hell yeah.
No, it's a learning experience, and nobody's fatally hurt, and it's we can move past it. But it was we gotta chill, man. Gotta relax.
I didn't know that many people was in Laurel.
Laurel. That incident might have made Laurel hotter than what it was already. Laurel was already like kind of low key ratchet. There's a lot of shit going on out there. There's a lot of bars and lounges and shit. They be doing it. They be on one out there, John. That's what Slim that do the pain games.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them from Lord. A lot of them from Lord. There's a lot of
Mm.
activity. Not saying like in a negative way. It's just a lot of stuff going on. Like it's its own little pocket. And
And
that
they be going on
incident,
Laurel to fight at that
But
court, them
Laurel,
courts.
the thing about it, Laurel
nah, they be
always
going
been
all
turned
over.
up.
Marcus,
Niggas
Yeah,
be sleeping on Laurel. Laurel been turned up.
Yeah,
I went to
that's where I
middle
yeah.
fought
school on
at.
Laurel. Them niggas
you was
been
at
munching
Laurel
out
when you
there.
fought?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I
That's
don't know.
He fought at
Hey,
one of them joints.
hey, bro, Lowell job like big as shit, bro. Lowell cover
yeah,
every county for real, bro.
yep.
It's a PG County side, it's a Montgomery County side, and it's a Howard County side.
And Arundel too.
And yeah, I was about to say, and Arundel, yeah.
Laurel,
Damn, y'all
Laurel,
niggas Laurel historians.
Laurel
Mhm.
spans 4 counties, bro. It's one of the
Uh-huh.
biggest cities in Maryland, so they definitely be out there doing their thing. And I
They
think
just be
that,
doing shit.
yeah,
And they be so pressed to like prove themselves. I swear to God, like them Laurel niggas, they be going harder than they have to go because they from Laurel. And they feel like niggas gonna play with them because they from Laurel. Like this shit
They're not
is,
attached to a name that's credible
they
in
got
their
like
eyes.
hoods out there. Nigga like Merkirk is a
Yeah,
fucking hood.
yeah.
Cherry
Nah,
Hill.
that,
These niggas are in the trenches of
Cherry
Laurel.
Hill used to be Cherry Hill used to be
uh-huh.
one of them neighborhoods back in the day.
Yeah, what? Them
Oh
niggas used to be
shit,
getting
they
shouted
getting
out in the
busy out
go-go. They
fucking
was
Laurel.
really turning up.
Yeah, definitely
Fucking
get
playing with
busy out
Laurel.
there.
I mean, you know they get busy everywhere on God's green earth, but I'm just saying, like,
Nah,
Jesus.
they got
That's
their
like
own
saying
little
there ain't no
pocket.
trenches in Waldos. The
That'd be
fuck?
some green niggas like me. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, man, we about to just shoot out Laurel somewhere sneaky. Shit me.
And then Laurel is like that's the spot for like fucking late night food. Like they got Remingtons, they got several restaurants in Laurel that don't close till like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
So it's like motherfuckers be out there just like really. And mind you, I just got a house in College Park, so I've been learning more and more about the nightlife on this
Outskirts.
side of
Yeah,
town and
the
shit.
outskirts. Yeah,
These niggas be turned up out here, okay?
yeah,
Drunk.
yeah.
Fuck Cinco de Mayo. They're drunk on Tuesday
All
every
day.
week,
Yeah,
okay?
it's college time. Return.
Holy shit. They be turned.
They
Yeah, but
really do.
it's a lot of nightlife in Lowell. So yeah, I ain't surprised. Not
Okay,
one
okay.
bit.
She dropped some names on them people. Y'all could go check them spots out.
Nah, Remington's
Nah,
torch. That shit is right down the street. They got some good ass pizza in there. They making fresh hot stone pizza in that motherfucker. They got
Mm-hmm.
good wings, quesadillas, nachos.
All of
Mm-hmm.
that there.
No, I like
All
food.
of that good there. If that shit
real
did, we
shit.
gonna find it.
Real shit.
Damn. All right, let's get political. All right, man. Bipartisan breakdown, man. We get a little bit of political on the show, and we're gonna talk about the Supreme Court Voting Rights Act decision. All right, the Supreme Court recently made a major decision tied to voting acts, and continuing a national debate over election access, district maps, and federal oversight. Some people see these rulings as protecting election integrity. Others believe it weakened protections that communities fought decades and decades to secure. I want to know from y'all, when y'all hear about conversations around voting rights today, do you feel like the country is protecting fair elections, or are they making participation harder for certain communities, especially certain communities like ours? What you got, Marcus?
Um, I feel as though I mean it's it's definitely becoming harder and harder for people to vote, especially people in our community because um I mean, once you get certain things on your background, they deem you ineligible to vote for a period of time. It is different legislations that have been passed where those rules have been like bendable, where it is people who do have certain charges who able to still get their voting rights restored. Um, But I mean, I really don't. Me personally, I don't really, especially when it comes to high level of politics. I don't really think the votes even matter, bruh. I feel like um all of that shit on the, especially like on the presidential level, for more for state and local offices where we do have access to vote. I feel um those votes do matter, but when it comes to like I said, the presidential race, I feel like our votes they're taken into account, but um major seats like that aren't determined by the people. It's determined by higher anarchy and um I guess I mean it's numbers to see who the people do like. But as far as like the ultimate decision, I feel like that's just on a higher scale. So to swing back around to the point, um, it's like a little bit of both, for real. Kind of like 50-50.
Alright, I want to start by saying if it didn't matter, they wouldn't be trying to take it away. That's one narrative I think we need to roll past about our votes don't matter. If our votes and voices didn't matter, then they wouldn't be trying to strip all these rights away. Now, with them rolling back the Voting Act of 1965, it basically eliminates um, some House seats and some jurisdictions that that could change the tide of an election. So, like in the South, the way that the map was drawn, black areas weren't necessarily um, they didn't have a large demographic. They didn't their districts weren't represented so whereas their votes would matter in the great scheme of things. Each state had a certain amount of electoral votes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that's why um, they're trying to redraw these maps so that they can eliminate certain voting districts that could change an election. It matters for the future because if if a lot of these states redraw their maps and these voting districts go from red to blue, blue to red, that eliminates a large demographic. Like in Tennessee, it basically eliminated all of Memphis off the map as far as they pushed them into another zone, which would be they would be greatly outnumbered. So no matter how many of them voted, then it wouldn't matter because they have all these other votes to contest with. So they basically turned blue areas to red areas. And that does matter. So it's a very significant thing. I don't think we should just be looking past or blowing past because if they roll this back and nobody blinks, what's the next thing they're gonna roll back? And before you know it, y'all gonna be back on the plantation with chains and whips. And y'all gonna wonder how did we get here because y'all didn't take any of the steps seriously. So I think that we do need to pay attention to it. I think this is why a lot of states are redrawing their maps that are in blue states. Like I wasn't necessarily for Maryland redrawing their maps to try to get more House seats so that we have more representation. They could keep it kind of split in the House and the Congress. But with them rolling back this Voting Act in 1965, these types of moves are kind of necessary so that we still have a fighting chance when it comes to getting stuff pushed through or trying to prevent certain things. Now, how much they're gonna actually go through with it, because they laid down and let Trump do whatever the fuck he wanted to. Granted, you can argue that, but that don't mean that you should not pay attention to or care about the state of affairs when it comes to voting rights or female reproductive um, rights and things of that nature. I think everybody needs to pay attention to what's going on. And that's why we got all these distractions so that people are not aware of the real important shit that's going on, like something like this. But I'll get back on that when we get into the group.
I don't got no take. I agree with everything.
You know, if we as a people came together to go fucking vote, like we came together to go fuck up Cinco de Mayo, maybe we can make some fucking noise. But it's so many of us that have been conditioned to believe that our votes don't matter. And I think that a lot of motherfuckers don't understand that that narrative came from them not wanting us to vote. They're telling us in school, oh, your vote don't matter, your vote on this, your vote on that. And that's what they're telling our, older family members and shit. So that shit kind of just trickled down into conditioning. And if we don't change that narrative, then we won't change anything. Like, the only time I seen black people come together to vote was when it was a nigga running for office, and that was fucking Obama. Niggas didn't fully trust Kamala because of the shit that was coming out about her throughout her election and shit, so she didn't pull the black vote like Obama did. But that nigga got 2 terms. If we want to change some shit, we have to vote. And you can't just vote for the fucking president. You got to vote for the House. You have to vote for the Senate. You have to take your time to learn about what the fucking politics are so that you know who you're electing into office. Because the president can't really do shit without the House. So it's like, that shit all go hand in hand, and motherfuckers don't do enough educating themselves, especially during voting time, to know who the fuck to vote for or what to do with their vote or even to fucking cast it. So,
Spot on. I
All
agree.
right, so
Go ahead.
all right, so boom. So I got a question for Buck and Bills. So I mean, we all know we can all agree that America is a corporation, right? It's a business, right?
mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Um, quote unquote, we're considered the leaders of the world. Can we agree on that too?
No, I
You
don't
said
agree with
no?
neither one. I don't agree with neither one. I think America is a gang, and I
A
don't think
gang?
a gang, a
Okay.
mob, and I don't
Okay, I
think
feel
we
that
the
too.
leader.
But hold on, let's keep it right there. All right, so look, if I can agree there's a gang or a mob too. You don't feel like the mob runs they structure everything in the mob is structured off of business. It's a business structure. Shit all business. They see that's one of their quotes. Like shit, it ain't personal, it's just business. We agree on that?
I think lobbyists turned it into business. It's really not though. You got businessmen running politics, and they're running the country like a business, and we see what that's how that's resulting. It's not resulting in anything positive. So I don't think
All
that's
right.
not
So
a good path to take.
so what middle ground do we have to reach, but for us to realize that that America is a business? You saying that you saying that we let's stick with the gang part. If we run it, if we everything that runs off of a gang is structuring it, right? It's a certain way that the gang has to be ran. It's certain certain moves that strategic moves that the gang certain they call certain hits. They you know what I'm saying? That's how a gang operates. It's a structure with that. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, and
Structure.
a gang also has a leadership structure too. And in America, we get to vote on the leadership, whether you agree with it or not. We still get to vote on the leadership. So if we don't
I
vote, they're gonna put whatever leadership in by default.
We ain't vote for Kamala.
We did vote for Kamala. That's a misnarrative.
No, we
You
did
know
not.
why
No, we
we
didn't.
did?
No,
she
we
didn't get
didn't
she
vote
didn't
for
get the black
Kamala.
vote.
She
But look,
did
let
We
me
get the
didn't
black
vote.
No,
vote.
she didn't vote to be a
She got
nominee.
she got the black male vote and the black female vote. The reason Kamala
She
lost is because
did. The reason why Kamala didn't get the vote is because motherfuckers found out about all them fucking cases that she was a part
uh-huh.
of when she
they was
was in fucking office, and all of them niggas she put in jail for no fucking reason.
that's not
She
true.
wasn't fucking with, yes, it was true. She was not fucking with the
That's
Nah,
black
yeah,
people at all.
yeah,
And then
nah, I
she
mean
started
no.
coming out,
that's what
she started coming out making little black jokes and saying little black quotes and
That's
shit, flipping her fucking hair around, thinking that was gonna make niggas think she was one of us. Bitch,
that's
you're not. She
that's
didn't
not
get the
true.
vote. It's
She
true.
got
Hey, Buck, hold on.
oh,
Let me. Can I get back to my point before you go? I'm gonna let you go. I'm about to land my plane because you ain't trying to
go
give
ahead.
me what I need. So look, let me land this real quick. All right, boom. So, bruh, we already established. I mean, we established that this is America is a gang. You said in gangs, you vote, whatever you do. Cool, bro. In my belief, just off of how I watched the board, bro, we're too big, bro, and we're too powerful to let the people decide who is gonna be the face of our nation. Yeah, they take. I feel like they might take that shit in consideration. We just seen it with Trump, bro. From white people to Chinese people, bro. Bro, it's a lot of, bro. I don't even still now, bro. Like, no people still trying to figure out how Trump became the president, bro. And
Misinformation.
He stole it.
He
He
ain't
stole
steal
it.
nothing. He won off of
He
misinformation.
stole it.
you call it misinformation. I just call it, bro. Thinking. I use my logical mind, bro. If we're the biggest business in the world, bro, and we're supposed to be controlling the world, other than China, we battling for
We
we
don't
battling
control
on that
shit.
front.
We don't control
What
We
shit.
don't
That's the
what
control
don't
thing.
nothing.
It's not.
what don't bro we the
We're
global
not the
leaders, bro.
biggest. We're not
We
the
ain't the
biggest in the
global leaders,
world.
and bro,
We're
cut
not the
that shit
biggest in the
out. We are.
world. The
Bro, we
United
the
That's
States is
global.
all
small as shit.
That's all
Ain't
Compared
nobody
to
trying to
misinformation.
stand in front of this shit, bro.
It's more.
You can call it what you want, bro. Ain't none of these niggas trying to stand in front of this shit, bro.
It's more misinformation. America's not the leader of the world. We don't
Who
make
so tell
nothing.
me who it is then, bro? Yeah,
oh,
we
China
don't make.
and
what
fucking
China,
Yeah,
Israel.
nigga?
That's who.
we don't make nothing,
Yes,
bro.
We don't have
But
no
we
natural resources. We don't produce
facts,
shit.
nigga.
So
We
what do we
facts,
outsource
bro.
need?
You know what
everything.
we
Fuck,
produce, nigga? We produce guns. We produce missiles,
You
nigga.
think we
No,
the
we
only people
don't.
that make guns? You think they stopped
bro.
making
You
guns
think
when
we
they
the
made
mass
yours?
producers of guns? We're not.
Bro,
The most
We
popular
don't
guns
make
do not
nothing.
come from
That's
America.
misinformation. That's all
shit. Why don't they?
misinformation. We
They
don't make
don't.
shit, bro.
What?
Nothing.
what?
The
Everything
No,
most
you
comes
right.
from
We
popular
don't have
guns,
natural
the
resources,
most popular
and
guns
bro, listen,
niggas use
and
on the
that
streets,
makes it,
Mike.
and that makes us
But
even
the
more
guns that are
powerful, bro.
used
We don't
by
even
No,
make
fucking
shit. We
it
don't
corporations,
don't make
even
us
no.
make shit,
powerful.
bro.
It makes us fucking stupid. That's what it makes us.
Mm-hmm.
Because we used to make a whole lot of shit. We used to make guns. We used to make cars. We used to make steel, build houses, all that shit. We shut down all of our stuff to send it overseas and pay somebody else to do it. So what do we run? We don't run shit. We don't
Bro,
even
we
run
run the
ourselves.
we run the world, bro. Even on top of all of that shit that you saying, which is right, bro.
I don't know
America is
why the
the
fuck you would ever
destination,
think
bro.
America run the world.
Bro, we run the world, bro.
We
This
don't
is where
run
people
shit.
want to. This is where people want to come, bro. This is the land of the free, bro.
It's
This
the
is
land of misinformation. That's what it is.
don't let people don't ever let nobody fool y'all, bro. Ain't nobody really
No,
trying to
it's
be over
not.
in no
It's not the
Africa.
land of the free. It's not the land of the
Uh,
free. It's the land of opportunity.
the lesson
Both.
is
You need to. No,
I
it's
mean
not.
both,
it's the
both. I mean
land of
both.
Nigga,
opportunity
you
if you're
think you
not from
free?
here.
You
That's what
think
it
you
is.
free?
It's
You
the
really
Absolutely.
land.
think you free?
You think we not?
You
We
think
ain't.
you are?
I mean,
Man, what?
in comparison to what?
In comparison to what? Who do you think you freer than?
I mean, everybody. We can't. You go
Yeah.
to these some other
Oh,
countries. You can't even smoke weed.
we freer than some niggas, man. Don't do that. We freer than
Man.
some niggas. Some niggas we freer than.
Bro, we're freer than most. Bro, we're freer
Okay,
than
so
most of the world, bro.
you're defining freedom by your ability to openly do drugs.
I'm just saying, there's so much other shit, bro. There's so many other.
That's the
Well,
example
hold,
that you went straight
I mean,
to.
I was that was
So
just
what
that
I'm
was
really
just
trying to
something I felt like we
understand,
all could relate
I'm
to.
trying to understand where you're coming
Nah,
from, which is
man.
I
why
got
I'm
one for you
asking you the
guys.
questions that I'm asking. The same way
I
No.
you
got one for
trying
you
to read.
guys.
I'm trying to understand you. So
I
you
got one for
saying
you.
you freer than
So
who?
so
And
so
if
so
you
we're,
feel
we're freer than
freer, your
anybody.
example of
I
freedom
bet.
cannot
Let me.
be
I bet.
fucking
So let me
open
keep going.
drug
All right. So let me
usage.
keep going. I just said that because I know that everybody on this jump smoke, but we can keep going though. So we have the freedom of religious choices. We had the freedom
Hmm.
of we had the freedom of who we want to vote for. To even we have the freedom to be on this jump having these conversations. This shit not even free everywhere.
Criticizing the government.
I mean, our freedom on. I mean, we
Some
had the
Freedom of
niggas
freedom
can't
to
speech.
hit
put.
Okay.
criticize the
We had the
government.
freedom to protest. Well, I mean,
So
where do
let me
we?
ask
Where do
you
you want
this,
to?
right? If you
And
saying
if
that
y'all
we got
stop
freedom of
voting, y'all
speech
ain't gonna
and
have the
freedom to
freedom to do
criticize the
nothing.
government, right? If we have the freedom to vote and freedom to criticize the government, why is it that the niggas that start making the most noise against the government get assassinated?
I mean, because I mean that's
Do
Who?
you really
it's
think
not a
that's
direct
freedom?
it's not
At
a
the end of
direct
the
hit
day,
by
I
the.
think that's called silent control.
Who?
Like,
Who are these niggas? Name somebody in the last 5 years.
I mean, Dr. Umar still kicking his shit.
Dr. Umar don't criticize the government. He just criticizes
At
white
all.
people
He
in general.
I mean,
criticized black
y'all
people.
don't
He
give a fuck about
criticizes
Charlie
fucking
Kirk, so
men. He
Lord forbid a nigga
criticizes
say Charlie Kirk.
women. Fuck, he
I
Charlie
mean, we
Kirk,
don't
criticizes the
even.
government, the choices they
Who? So
fucking make
who are
it.
we reaching for? Malcolm X? I mean, who do we? Who
Yeah,
are
how
we?
far
Nigga, we're
back are we
talking
going?
about people. We're talking about niggas that come out talking about how to cure fucking AIDS. We're talking about niggas that come out with super seeds that'll feed the fucking world and shit like that. We're talking about niggas that come out with inventions. Like I guarantee you that nigga who just invented that fucking gas shit, the black nigga, he ain't finna
He
make
can't.
it too long.
He
The
came
fuck?
back
You
though.
just have to pay attention. You have to pay
He
attention.
came
The
back.
shit
He
that
disappeared and came
come, the
back.
shit these niggas, white, black, Asian, whoever, are coming
whoever.
out with that really will change the fucking world. They're taking that shit away. The
What
fuck?
about all them professors that just went missing that was working at NASA?
Exactly.
Why niggas ain't? Why
Like
so? Why
all of
niggas
this
ain't
shit is
kill
fake
Elon Musk?
news. The shit that
Why
goes
niggas
on
ain't
on
Elon
the
kill
with the
Elon
news,
shit.
all
Musk?
of these little
Cause
these
Elon with the
occurrences
shit.
and shit that
That's
they get
why.
to talking about, that shit is a fucking
You talking
cover
about the
up
same
to some shit
Elon
they
that just
really out
tore
here
the
doing.
government apart? That's the one you talking about? The one that just tore the government to shreds? Why he ain't? Cause he with the shits. That's
Yes,
why.
that's literally what I'm asking y'all. Why he ain't smoke?
Cause he with the shits. That's why.
Who he with though?
The
The nigga
bullshit.
that
That's
he
what.
ain't with the nigga that's getting shot at no more.
Cool. They
Trump.
still cool. They done made their deal
Yeah,
already.
they back. But now,
He finished this already.
my whole thing that I was
Trump
Hold on,
getting
ain't
at
hold on,
never
though
hold
get
on, hold on,
shot
hold on,
at.
hold
is
on, hold
that
on. Cause
That's
I
that's
let you go
fucking
for a
The
second.
wild.
I
nigga
want to
actually
land.
got shot.
I want to touch
Uh,
back on this
he
black
Got
people
didn't.
shot
didn't
at.
vote for
Shot.
Kamala issue because we did vote.
Cartilage
That's
don't
another
grow back.
piece of
How the fuck his skin grow
misinformation.
back?
The reason Trump got in office was because of misinformation, because all of these fucking finance bros and these MAGA folks came out and believed all the bullshit he sold them. So you got a
All the
Didn't
bunch of
Proud
didn't
Boys.
Mexicans,
hey but
you got a
did
whole lot
niggas
of
vote for
amigos.
Kamala to be the Democratic nominee?
Kamala was the Democratic nominee by default. If they'd have
I was
made
gonna
sure
say
that
by
she
Did
default,
ran,
cause
did
wasn't
hold
niggas
nobody
vote
on,
fucking with
for her
hold
to
on,
Hillary.
do
hold
that?
on, hold on, hold on, because I done listened to all this crazy shit y'all been talking all night.
By default,
Kamala
that's a
was
fact.
Kamala was the default nominee. If they'd have backed Kamala from the jump when everybody was saying that fucking Sleepy Joe was glitching out on TV, she'd have had a bigger chance to win. But she
Niggas,
still
but
almost
niggas
won.
back to Sleepy
It
Joe
wasn't
over
because
her.
that's a Democratic issue.
Her own
That's
side.
who they nominated. That's who they nominated. So they put themselves behind the eight ball. So that's one self-sabotage.
Who do
And
you
then
trust?
once he got on his campaign trail and started all this fucking misinformation, all this, all of his shenanigans and all his fake promises. You got all these finance bros, all these Asians,
I
all
don't
these
know about that one.
Migos who all voted for Trump. And then as soon as they voted for him, he got in. What did he do? Turn his back on their ass. Start reeling
All
it.
that, look, all that's cool, but I don't think it's fair to depict her losing as if she had nothing to do with her losing, bro. That her
Exactly.
side, her
Trump
herself,
had
her
everything to do with her
campaign,
losing. The
choices that she
Democrats
made.
didn't. The
That's
Democrats didn't help
crazy.
her. The Democrats didn't help her by waiting to the
Cause they
last
didn't
minute
trust her.
to
They
throw her
didn't
in front
trust
of the
her.
bus.
Right.
The fuck?
But
They didn't trust her.
it
Niggas definitely
wasn't
wasn't fucking with Hillary Clinton either.
but
Like, what the
And
fuck?
then
This
it
shit
that's what I'm
just
wasn't
that
saying.
bitch.
They
because
That was
didn't
the
fuck with their own
she
girl.
was the better of
How
the
is niggas
lesser.
supposed
She
to
was the
fuck with
lesser
her?
of the two evils. That bitch didn't
Right.
win nobody vote. Niggas drugged themselves down there and voted for Kamala by default. And that's only the motherfuckers who drugged
And that's
themselves
only
down there
because
to
she
do it.
got
They were not
the nominee by
motivated to
default.
vote for her.
okay,
She did
so
not win the vote.
She
she
didn't.
she she didn't lose the black vote. She still got the black vote.
She won by
But but
default. Only the
but
niggas
to
who
but
forced
to
themselves to go down there to do it.
but to but
Nobody
to
was
back
motivated.
but to back your point about how important it is to vote, all of the ones that didn't drag their ass down there to vote didn't help it. That's
So
part of the problem.
niggas should have
So
voted
when
for
you
Kamala.
Exactly.
when you when you don't vote,
that
your
shit
vote
don't
goes
matter,
to where
bro.
you don't want it to.
Niggas should have voted for Kamala.
That shit don't
She
matter,
was the
bro.
lesser of the two evils, Straight Five. She was the
Who would
lesser
you
of the
rather
two
in
evils.
office
So
right now? Would
yes.
you rather have gas the way it was a year ago, or would you rather have $6 a gallon? You want your ass
That,
to cost
that,
fucking $6 because
Nigga, this
Trump wants
nigga
a
just
fucking
took away Trey
ballroom?
Five. He
this
in
shit
office
the
making
world be.
decisions like I'm gonna take away the penny. What the fuck?
You tell me who was the better option. You ain't gotta like her, but you gonna sit here and tell me
That's
we
why
would
I
be in the
said
same
she was the lesser
situation?
of
How
the
the
two
fuck we knew
evils,
what she
bro.
would have
That's
did
it.
in all of this time?
She wouldn't have tore the
Niggas ain't
She
fucking
would have
predict what
government
did
he would
that.
have
apart.
did.
She wouldn't have did that.
She wouldn't have tore the government apart. This is what you
Man.
get when y'all elect a fucking felon, bro.
No, and
This
this
is
is what you get when you elect him
Nah,
for
see,
his
I'm
second
not.
term
I
because he
ain't co.
already, this is the last term he can get, right?
I
So
ain't
his
allegedly.
goal
co-signing
is
that.
to
A
fuck up
felon don't
America
dictate your
so
character
much
as a
that there
man or a
is no
woman.
next election
There
so he
is
can
no next
stay in
election.
office. The
And if we
fuck?
in an
That's
active
what the fuck
The
he
war,
trying to
decision that
do.
you made, it don't dictate who you are as
Exactly. An
a person.
active war means the president cannot
we
change.
cannot have an
Niggas are
election
not focused. At the end of the day, he's trying to send us to war so he can remain
in office.
in office. He cannot
Bruh.
get another term legally. So he has to steal it.
Man, we went to war with all these other niggas, man. Like, what y'all talking about, man? Why y'all act like this
Yeah,
shit
we went to
new?
war with all these
Every
other
nigga y'all
niggas
Man,
act
for a
that
like
shit,
we.
reason though.
and
Every
these
nigga
shit
y'all
is
act like
not
y'all
Listen,
fucking
Trey
solely
with.
Songz,
like his
we went to
decisions,
war
bro.
with these
Like,
other
You
you
niggas
don't,
for
saying
a
that
reason.
you
and
What
then
saying
what
that
but
what
like
is
what
it's
the
a
what
good
purpose of
thing.
what he
he
doing
don't make
though?
all of these calls like this,
Man,
bro.
like
This a
that's
Yes,
chain
he
of
insane.
is.
commands in this shit,
No,
bro.
he making
That's
a
not
whole
Mo,
lot
a
of
light
okay,
up
so
noise.
in the
are you
skirt.
not paying attention? Are you not paying attention to how he's changed office? Are you not paying
They
attention to how
not.
many
It's not
motherfuckers got
it,
fired versus how many people he put in the office,
bro,
who
They
it's
these
not.
people
somebody on
are,
top
how
of him. It's somebody
unqualified
And
on
they
top of
are?
him, bro.
yeah,
It's
it's
somebody
called
on
BB
top
the
of him,
bomber.
bro.
That's who's over top of him. BB the fucking bomber, nigga.
And that's another thing I push back on now that I quote unquote got into some type of politics is the definition. Like I was pushing back on your felon critique, and also the definition of who is qualified in the government or in said situations, where a lot of that shit, which y'all know, be nepotism. It's a lot of shit going on in the government, like all of these other spaces. So we get to talk about qualifications, like Jesus Christ, y'all.
When
We
people
see
feel that,
we. I think the biggest nepo baby is what Junior, George Bush Junior. The fuck.
I'll take George
So
Bush over Trump any motherfucking day. And I ain't
Hmm.
the biggest baby Bush fan. Me and my wife
we
argue
got
about that shit
bombed
all
while
the
the nigga
time.
was. Hey, bro, y'all.
We
All
did
right,
not
now,
get
all right,
bombed.
man,
We
that's
bombed
crazy.
ourselves. We bombed ourselves.
Man, that's
We
crazy.
Man, this
bombed
is so,
ourselves.
Either or,
hey,
either
bro, so,
or.
hey,
Like
bro, so
what?
like,
That
hey,
is
so, Buck, so
fucking
like,
crazy.
if you
That's
believe
fucking
all
crazy.
that, if you believe all of that, all of the
And
conspiracies
baby
on shit
Bush
like that,
stole the fucking
like, how
election
do
too.
you
What are we
that?
talking
Why do
about?
you feel like that, if you believe
Mhm.
all of that shit
That's
that you
what I'm
believe,
saying.
why do you
Baby
feel
Bush
like the
stole an
vote will be
election too.
determined by the people, bro? If you believe that the country is going as deep as bombing itself, you think they would allow the people to decide who can control this seat,
That's
bro?
tough.
They do. That's
That's a
why they
tough
Come
want
on,
us to
bro.
question.
But
still.
these are deep ass. But these
That's a
are,
They
tough
bro. Come on,
question.
bro.
and if
Shit
you
don't
You
gonna
tough
even
let
make
me
question. You
sense,
gotta
answer
pick
the
bro.
a side.
question, you gonna let me answer the question, or you just gonna try to be
Go
right?
ahead, go. I'm just saying,
Gotta
go
pick a
ahead,
side.
kick it.
If the votes didn't matter, why are they taking the rights away? Why are they stealing
But,
elections?
bro, you answering a question with a question,
Hold
brother.
on. Was you around for the first Bush election? Was you around? Did you vote in that election? Because he
Nah,
definitely stole that election too. You don't remember the Florida
but it's
recount?
not
Do
nobody.
you
Yeah, I do
remember the
remember that.
Florida
Yes,
recount?
yes,
I do.
yes,
Do you
Hmm.
yes.
remember who the governor of Florida was at the time of the recount?
Nah, I can't tell you
It was
offhand.
George Bush's brother. That's who the fuck was the governor at the time. So that all that shit was stolen. It wouldn't have been
So,
no 9/11.
bro,
If
listen,
Al
check
Gore
this,
would have
bro.
won that election, it wouldn't have been no 9/11. So the
Bro,
votes do
listen,
matter.
bro. All right, cool. Even with all that being said, whether it's specific states where they gotta make specific moves, bro, the point remains, bro. All of this shit is all predetermined, bro.
If
So whether you got certain states in Florida, yeah, we know this gonna happen. We're gonna have to recount this there. I got a homie up there in Nebraska. I'm gonna have him do this to these votes. All of this shit is already predetermined, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro. The we are too big of a business and it's too big of an entity, and it's all weird shit like how you just said we bombing ourselves. It's so much internal corruption going on, bro, that the people cannot decide who fills this seat, bro. It's just too much shit that happens, bro.
and
I
that's
don't
It's,
not
believe
true. That's not
it.
true. That's what they want you to believe. And if people like
bro,
y'all
you
keep
just said
saying
it
it,
out of yourself, bro. We are
if
bombing
y'all keep
ourselves, bro. You know how
I
deep of a
also said
conspiracy that is, fool?
I also said that if he didn't steal the election with the recount, it would have never happened.
But even
So
that,
the
bro,
votes matter. The
even for
votes
that,
matter.
bro, listen, bro, even for that, that one specific state at that specific time while his brother's running. You feel like all this shit just happened to be a coincidence, bro?
It was
I ain't gonna lie.
very close.
Hold on, but I don't know. But if
It was a very
if
close
everybody
race. It
voted
came
in
down.
Florida and niggas stole the votes, how could
They did a recount. Allegedly, they did a recount, and then the recount came out in George Bush's favor. Originally, it was in Al Gore's favor. They did a recount, and
remember
then it
that?
came out in George Bush's favor. So we needed Florida to win the election. That's
Mr.
why
I
it's
feel
Green?
like
important.
I feel like what you saying is backing my point even more, bro. In your own way,
It's
bro.
not. It's
It
How you
not.
is
did?
It's
though.
not. It's not.
It is, bro. It
It's
How
is.
you
not.
did? Even though I
It
don't agree
means
with Marcus, that's what you.
it
You know what I'm
means
saying?
the votes matter that much that they have to steal them at times to get their narratives done. So if
Bro.
they didn't matter, what the
That's
fuck
a
we need
good
to steal
point.
it for?
Okay, you ain't
If,
say
if
that
they don't
first.
matter, why the fuck do
That's
I
a good
need to
way to
steal
put
the
it.
votes if they don't matter?
That's a good
Why do I
point.
need to take away voting rights from the southern states because they're starting to turn blue all of a sudden if it don't matter?
But
It
but
fucking matters,
he
bro.
also is
Bro,
making the
bro,
point that
bro.
if they matter so much, how the fuck could they be stolen?
Because they crooks. If
Bro,
your
but
brother
bro,
is the governor and I'm running for president and it comes down to your state, I can't call you, hey, look, man, make sure that shit come out my way, bro. I need you to do that for me.
you said you
Can't really
can't
I'm
say
do
not
that.
that,
saying
I
I'm
can't really
not
say that
saying
because
relationships don't
they
matter.
stealing money, they
Relationships
stealing
definitely
people,
matter.
bro.
That's why Trump.
It's
stealing
just too. It's
everything.
just too much
That's
that they just
that's
stealing
why
too much, bro. So and if
that is
Yeah.
you just
why
feel like, bro, so
that
you
is
don't think
why
it's hey, so hold on, bro. You don't feel like it's the elites of the world, bro? Like you don't believe in like the elites.
yeah, and the elites are the ones lobbying to make sure that their people are in place so that they can get the things done that they want. That's why they get all the billionaire fucking tax cuts because they're lobbying to the people that makes the fucking laws. You're
So
But
is
so
that
why
responsible
inevitable,
for
or we
voting
can
the
so
person
why don't
overturn
in
the
that,
vote?
that makes the law.
so
So
why
you
so
gotta
I'm
do your
saying so
part
bro,
too.
these people, bro, that found from we go back to our founding fathers, bro. It was a founding family, bro. So you feel like that these people will I just don't would you do that, bro? Like if
I
you have
feel
the
like we've
biggest
come a long.
corporation, if you
I,
have the biggest corporation, you done all this illegal shit, you don't even own nothing. You have built your world dominance on theft and corruption. You really think that you're gonna allow the people to this, bro? Like, come on, bro. That don't even make sense,
it
bro.
makes a lot of sense. That's why they
It
stripping back all of our rights. We did
it
a
d-
whole lot of work over the
No, that's making
centuries
his
to
point.
get.
He's saying you, but
If everything didn't matter, we would still be in chains. We wouldn't have no voice. Nothing we said or did would matter. They wouldn't give a fuck about nothing. We would still be on a
no
plantation.
no
no, that's war. That's
yeah
war.
No, it's
yeah
not.
that was
The war didn't
we
change
was
shit. They were
we
still
don't
they were still enslaved after the
no
war.
our mindset changed shit, bro. There was no way they was gonna be able to
Right.
keep us in bondage for that. It was just only a matter of time, bro.
Nigga,
Man, listen.
That shit was
niggas
predetermined,
gotta
bro.
die.
And that shit was predetermined, bro.
So it was
It was
predetermined for us to get out of slavery, and it was predetermined for us to still have control over us because the votes don't matter.
everything is
That's
predetermined, bro.
I believe
This shit don't just go by like, bro. This shit ain't just like a freestyle, bro. This shit been written, bro.
it's a cause and an effect to everything. Ain't no fucking script.
I don't
Man,
want
this
to
It's
shit
a
ask y'all no
cause and
scripted,
an
right.
bro.
effect. It's a
I
This
don't
shit
want
cause
to
and an
ask y'all
effect.
no
scripted,
right.
bro.
When
True,
when this
two.
happens, that happens. When this
Now, two
happens, that
things can
happens.
true. Two things can be true.
So when you don't
I
vote,
definitely agree with cause and effect. But
so when
man,
you
this shit
don't vote,
scripted, bro.
when you don't vote, you don't have a voice no more because whatever happens don't matter because you didn't do your part. So whenever somebody gets in office that does something that you don't like, you can't complain about the shit.
We
And if you
never
and
did. Now I feel
Nah,
like they might take it
I
into
don't believe they say something
consideration.
either.
it's
I
the
hate when they say
mindset,
that
it's the
shit.
I feel like
mindset.
I feel like it's taken into
They
consideration. Like with Trump, bro.
It's the
I feel like with Trump, bro. Like he was gonna already be the president regardless. Now
no, he
what the
wasn't.
people wanted, then when we go out and vote, is taken into consideration. But bro, we have elites of this world, bro. They don't give
All
a
right.
fuck what you say,
So
what
so
I
so
say, what he say.
so so
Whoever they wanted to
by
run
your
that main
own
seat to push
by
that
your
agenda for them
by
4 years,
I heard
that's
you
who they put in their
by
seat,
your
bro.
own description of how shit is. Why even give us the fucking privilege to vote if it don't fucking matter? Why would you posture up for us to give us a horse and pony show when you got to predetermine what the fuck you gonna do anyway?
Hold on, reset
Why?
it again. Reset
If
again.
it doesn't matter, if there's all these elites that just make these decisions that don't care about what we got to say or how we feel about it, why would they even allow us to vote? What's the point?
Because they curious
Why
to
would they
know.
care?
They
Because
want
they
to trick
want to
us into
know.
believing that we
Because
have control, but we don't.
Man, you
exactly.
got
Boom.
control. You just
Boom.
made yourself believe that you didn't, so you didn't use it.
Boom.
You got more
Exactly.
power than you think, but you don't think you have no
I
power,
mean,
so
I
you
mean, I mean,
powerless.
I mean, tomato, bro. I just, like I said, I'm a
Do the
businessman,
lion,
bro.
do the
I'm
lion
in
in the zoo got
business.
control?
I'm in business, bro, I mean, I work both sides of business, bro, from the street side of business to the corporate side of business, and I know how these, bosses are, bro. I mean, I do
Hey,
production,
Buck,
bro. I know how this shit is, bro. When
ballot or
these,
the bullet, gang.
Huh?
Ballot or the bullet.
Man, you better
yeah,
get your ass out
ballot or
there
the
and vote,
bullet. Yeah, I
man.
mean, like I said, bro. I just feel like they just don't. It's just too much power, bro. Now on local jumps where they saying vote for McDuffie or, that shit might really. Then that shit, I feel like it is. It is.
How does it not go hand in hand? Because the
But
people you
because
elect locally,
because
hold
it.
on, hold on, hold on.
I
No,
know what
go
you
on,
about
How
to
go
does
on.
it
Let
say.
him
not
cook.
go?
No, let him
How
cook.
does
Let
it
him
not
cook.
go hand in hand? Because you vote for people locally, right? Those people you vote for locally represent you on the national stage. Those are the people that are arguing for or arguing against whatever these presidents want to do. When they pass the legislation, they got to go through the House, got to go through Congress. Those are the people you vote for. So why the fuck does it vote for one, but it don't matter for one, but it don't matter for the other? Because they
So
all got to
listen,
get elected.
boom, I got you. So on a local level, bro. I feel like the elites are bro, not even that deeply involved. That's how big these motherfuckers are. So whoever a Bowser, bro, they don't even know who the fuck that is, bro.
Oh man,
What?
you
The
tripping?
elites, bro. The elites, bro. Like the big people, bro. Who I feel like who really like the on
Where
top of the Jews, like on
name
top of
name an
on.
name an elite, name an elite,
So
name a company or
like
corporation.
so like the Lockies, bro. The
Well,
No, no,
motherfucking.
no, there ain't no fucking elites on here. The
listen,
fuck?
the, the elite has to get their money from somewhere, right? They got to have a company, a business, or something that
Hold
makes
on.
Yeah,
money. That company, business, or whatever it is, has to have a
Johnson and
headquarters.
Johnson, shit like
That
that, bro.
headquarters needs to belong to a certain jurisdiction. That jurisdiction is likely going to be in a country or a state. You got to get approved on a state level before you can get approved by anything else. You gotta have a headquarters.
Uh huh.
So
I'm with you.
Amazon will be based in whatever state. That means they gotta cozy up to that state legislator so that they can approve them being there.
Now,
So why
now,
would they
now,
not
but,
care
now,
about the
but,
local people?
Hey, bro,
now,
look,
but,
and bro,
no,
listen, and
real
what I'm
quick. Now,
saying,
but,
bro, this shit bigger than Amazon, bro. He's one
I'm
of them
saying an
ones, but he not
example.
even
I'm
he,
just
bro.
giving
I'm
you an
talking about it's
example.
big. I bet, yeah, but I'm just saying like it's bigger than it's bigger than all of that shit, bro.
not to do a conspiracy theory with him because I don't believe what he believed. But let's just say I did believe what he believed, right? If I was an elite, I would create a system to where everybody else got to do that shit you name it. But nigga, I don't gotta do it. The fuck?
So that's
I make
called
people go through the loopholes in the so we could make sure we pinpoint and we marking everybody else shit.
a you
But
know what that's called?
we're not gonna do that.
You know what that's called? A lobbyist. Somebody that goes and lobbies and pays a politician to write a certain law a certain kind of way that favors them. That's how legislation and law gets passed by lobbyists.
Why
A lot
is
of
lobbyists
lobbyists,
why always people always try to give lobbyists a bad connotation?
because lobbyists are the ones that pay for legislation. A lot of
They just
times the
they just persuade
legislation
they just persuade us. They persuade legislation with
in
money
their
from
favor, in,
corporations.
in their favor. So most
Right.
lobbyists are corporations. These donations, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So they're in
They represent them though. It's like
for a specific interest, and their interest is to
yes,
benefit
it's for
them,
those yeah, I'm with you. I'm
not the
with you.
masses. So they're not going to write a legislation that's going to be in your favor.
But
So Trump's all of
look, but
Trump's
some things have
partnerships.
trickle down effects, right? Like
Okay,
Amazon could be hurting certain things, right? But I know so many niggas that fucking worked Amazon. Even if they worked in one fucking time, they was able to get a job opportunity and get paid. Have a money. I never did Amazon, so I don't know how much like nigga get paid. But I know so many people that did do it. So it
Okay.
ain't some of these corporations giving people opportunity.
Why is
Because
it so many?
everybody is not a business owner, bro.
Why is it so many unions formed against the company that gave them opportunity if it was such a great opportunity? They just arrested the leader of the Amazon Workers Union outside the Met Gala because they was
Yeah,
protesting.
no, I'm using them as an example. Not that they are the greatest example, but
I know a bunch of people that worked at McDonald's. That don't make the fucking burgers great. Like, it's a
I mean,
job.
but that's a franchise though.
Yeah, it's a
So
franchise.
niggas
And
could
the
do whatever
thing,
they want to do with their franchise. Not
exactly,
to a certain extent, but you know what I mean.
and those franchises have their interests at heart, not the employees, because the employees expendable. If you don't want to work
I
here,
don't know if
somebody
that's
else
true
will.
for all of them though.
For the bigger it get, the bigger it applies. You are
And I'm like,
replaceable.
maybe
So I don't really care about workers' rights to a certain extent because I'm trying to make all the money and I want to keep it. I don't want to give it out to the people that's doing all the work. That's why they got unions and shit in places, because if it wasn't no unions, motherfuckers would still be in sweatshops making
with that,
$2 an hour while
with
they
that,
charging you $100 for the Jordans.
right?
So all of that
Because you
shit
have to
applies in a
have somebody that went through the experiences from the experience to be able to negotiate. I think that's why I mean I'm not totally against unions. I understand the purpose. You feel me?
right. But
Somebody has to
corporations
negotiate
don't.
for the worker. Yeah.
But do you think that these the people we're talking about, these elites, do you think they like unions? Do you think they like regulation? No, they don't, because
I
they're
don't know. They probably
capitalists. Capitalists don't like organization. They don't like worker rights. That's none of the shit that's on their to-do list. You know what I'm saying? So
But the elites is not even giving a fuck about no unions, bro. You can't even call them niggas the elites, bro. That shit trickles down, bro. That's low
most
level shit, bro.
most of them are private
but
companies because private companies
but
aren't forced to do certain things.
yeah, but say to Buck point, it like I know you might be talking about elites on some level of naming certain families. You know how you know the Illuminati shit that the niggas be saying
That's what I'm talking about.
families, da da da. But even to Buck's point, it is a different elite people on certain levels
I mean, yeah,
who
yeah.
get
That's what I said.
who
It
have
trickles
It's a
down.
lot
control,
of them.
who you know what I'm saying, to where
They
it
call them
still can be true.
oligarchs. It's a
Yeah,
whole lot
it's
of
still
them. And those are the ones that are influencing our government now, to where they getting like they're just tearing this shit down, bro. And they're lobbying to have laws made that don't benefit the average person. That's why the price of everything, the price of air is fucking up right now. You know what I'm
But
saying?
they even convincing us that self checkout is a good thing. I fucking hate self checkout. I say that shit every
Nah.
time I go in grocery stores, Target, everywhere. I always go to a person. Anytime I go to self checkout, I can't even say it on camera. Let's a nigga chime. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I ain't going no motherfucking self checkout.
Well, at the end of the
The
day, it's important to vote. Your voice matters, bro. I know a lot of people feel like their voice don't matter, and that's what they want you to believe, and that's just not. That couldn't be further from the truth. Because if it didn't matter, they wouldn't be working so hard to take that shit back. They didn't want to give it to us to begin with. So we earned it, we need to keep it. And if you do have the right to vote, you need to exercise that right or check out. You know what I'm saying? Check all the way out, though. I don't want to hear you complaining or bitching about nothing that's going on because you didn't do anything to try
It's
to
not the
influence it.
only way, bro. Voting ain't the only way to make change, though.
Mm,
So you tell a
It
nigga to check out, that's crazy. Because just niggas could make change in another type of way, though. Y'all don't think that's true?
There's a lot of
Yeah,
ways
you
to
got
make
to
a change.
because voting ain't it.
this nigga.
I ain't gonna lie. If like say I gotta use Marlon because he ain't say nothing in a minute. If Marlon told me he ain't vote in the last two elections, that wouldn't like change how I look at him as a man because I know he is making change in people's lives and in the community in a positive way on a consistent basis. So I think that work could trickle, you know what I'm saying, into
I'm
the
not
work that he thought his vote could do.
I'm not going to look at him a different
So
way because he didn't vote, but let's just say he got a program that he's using to give back to the community, and he needs some funding, and there's no grants available because the candidate that he didn't vote for didn't win, and somebody else got in, and they decided to pull an Elon and shred all of the government funding or the state funding. And he's out here complaining about, man, they done took all this money from the schools, and these kids ain't got nothing to do. I'm gonna be like, shut the fuck up, because you didn't
because you
vote.
chose the wrong side. Oh, because you didn't vote.
You didn't vote, and your vote could have made a difference between getting that candidate in there that stripped us of all our resources, or getting a candidate in there that was going to add to our resources.
Now, would you give that same criticism for a nigga choosing the wrong candidate, not choosing the winner side?
Nah, we just gonna have a political difference of opinion. Like my
But
next
we'll
door
still have the
neighbor,
same result though.
we make whatever the result
The
is. The
result
result
is the same.
is the result is the result. But I'm not gonna be pleased with their decision, but I'm not gonna look at them or like treat them differently because they exercising their vote. You see what I'm saying? They're doing something, whether it's something that I agree with or not. They're doing something. They're not just on the sidelines complaining about the shit. You get what I'm saying? We can have a difference of political opinion. That's a conversation.
But I think you can complain if you're doing something in the community. If you don't, respect the government or the American justice system, and you know what I'm saying, you et cetera, and but you know what I'm saying, trying to help families and help people on a daily basis, but you don't exercise your right to vote. I won't look at you different. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's what I was gonna look at you. I said I'm not gonna look at you different. I'm just not gonna listen to some of the complaints that might tie into government. See, a lot of people that say voting don't matter are not really politically educated. So that's part of the shit right
Mm.
there. You're not even educated on how the shit work and what you could do to make a difference, but you sitting here saying that it don't matter. You gotta educate yourself on the shit first, then formulate an opinion.
We
And
got
not
somebody
just
else
go
here.
with the whole narrative of like this shit don't matter. You gotta know why it don't matter. Why do you think it don't matter? Why does it matter? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people that do say those types of things, I don't think are really overly politically educated. They just have this opinion, or they just feel this kind of way because they might have been
That
told that shit. They
yeah,
might have
that
heard it a
it
bunch of
became normal.
times.
It became
It
very
just
normal.
got normalized, and that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
it
They're
definitely got normalized,
normalizing
bro. Fuck the
misinformation, bro.
government. Fuck the vote. The vote
Exactly.
don't matter. Yeah,
So
I
it's
mean,
going
I
on.
feel, I mean, I feel like it goes both ways because just as much as you hear "fuck the government," you hear that your vote does matter. So it's 50-50, bro. Just the same way that people pushing it that it don't matter. And like I said, bro, and you was talking to me because I'm the person. It's only me on here who feel this way. So I mean, I'm gonna just tell you, I'm not super deep into politics, but I do know what I know. And like I said, I don't even think of I don't think about this shit on no political level. I think about this shit on a business level. And I think about all of the corruption that I know for a fact that's in this country. So nah, I'm not basing everything totally. I'm not the political whiz. That's not where I put all my
do
attention
you
at.
do you
But like I
think
said, I just base it off of this the normal shit that you know and the normal shit that we all know with from just how from just you watching this shit, bro. It don't take a
do
it
you
don't. I feel like it's not even a rocket science, bro. It's not even a
from a
rocket science. Go ahead, kick your shit.
from a business standpoint, do you think any of those billionaires that's standing next to Trump benefited from him being in office?
Absolutely.
So it matters. Because if he didn't get in office, they wouldn't be getting all these fucking
But
tax breaks and all of this money that they've been
but
getting, all
guess
these grants, all
but
these
look,
fucking.
check this though. It's some other billionaires on the other side who would have benefited if it went the other way. So it
So,
have it go, bruh. It's just it's like a it's shit like a it's
so
like
it
a
matters.
seesaw.
So
It's
it
like a
matters.
seesaw.
It
But that's what
matters then.
when I say it don't matter, I'm saying it doesn't matter what the person that what me and you are saying. Me, you, her, him, and the people that like my neighbor. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about it. Yeah, it goes into consideration, but to determine, bro, you got to understand, bro. Right now, Trump is supposedly have the power to end the world with the click of a button. Bro, the person who's supposed to have the person who has this power, I mean, even then, I don't even think he has that power with somebody that's calling that shot too. But bro, with everything that we do out here, bro, it's like the shit is too big, it's too much fraud, and it's way too much corruption to let the people like you. I don't know if you can stay on that point right there, because it's like every time because I mean I've been sticking on the same point, and you kind of just been answering that with another question. So like if you can just use your black man mind. And I don't know, like just a man. I don't know what you do for your business or none of that. But just think about as a black man, bro. Like we got a system that's real life built off of corruption. We don't have anything, no natural resources coming here. Nothing is coming from here. Everything that we got, we stole it, bro. Like this, our land is literally built on stolen. Like everything that we got, bro. So if you know that, if you know this, and you're the person that founded this shit, do you feel like I'm talking about literally everything we got is a system, bro? From the food, from the food that we eat, from the shit that's put out on social media, just like everything is a big ass system, bro. And so you feel like literally, bro, like we're gonna allow the people who we think nothing of. Like these people are in some cases they even saying like we're looked at as like science experiments. But the people, I don't even take it that deep. But if we just keep it on the surface, bro, the people that we look at as peons, the low lives, the people that we had once in chains and shit, like the people that we would like the nothings. Their votes are going to matter to who the world, the globe sees on our global stage, bruh. We're gonna just let them people right there, the same ones who've been nothing from the time that this country was founded, those same ones at this point now they have the power to, and because even the I like with the Trumps and the George Bushes and the Joe Biden's, bro, those are just the faces, bro. It's somebody behind those jumps. So even with them being the puppets, bro, of who we want to represent our company on a global scale, bro, it's gonna be decided by the people, bro. I mean, if you feel the way, we can argue this shit till the sun come up, bro. But if you feel like somebody, if you had a business and you will allow the people to decide that to have that much power, bro, then fine, bro. Even think about any business, bro. Even a bank, bro. The president of the bank is decided by the board, bro. It ain't just the people. It ain't the people who come in
The
here and
board is considered the people of a bank. Those are the people that make and vote and make those decisions. So if you have a company that's listed on the stock market, you pretty much been public. You have a board. You can't can do nothing. They have to vote on. It has to be a majority vote. It's a voting system in place for a reason. So
exactly.
if it did not matter, we would not be to a
But
place
bro, the
right now
board
where
is,
we have open voting. If it didn't matter, we fought for this shit. We went from
bro.
no votes,
No,
no
it's taken
say
into
to a vote.
consideration, bro. I feel
That's
like
your
it's taken into
opinion.
consideration, but
That's
the
your
actual
opinion.
the actual decision, bro. The
I don't think the
Simpsons been
board is
predicted this
people.
shit, bro.
That's
The board
crazy.
is the people in a
Hell
business.
no.
The board is the people.
The
People
people
are
will
your
be
customers.
everybody.
No, the people are your customers. The
No, the
board is the people.
No, no,
No, the board
hell
is
no.
not the people, bruh.
The
The
board is
people is
In
the
everybody
the
from the
people is
case
the
top to the
mass,
bottom
bruh.
of the
in the
company.
case of the case of the debate that you're trying to make, you're trying to relate business to politics. People vote for the elected officials. A board in a
That'd be the
company,
board.
the board would be those people
Right.
because they're the ones voting for the decisions.
No. And say
Yes.
like he's saying that America is a company, right, Marcus? I'm not saying I agree with this shit. I'm just saying you're saying it's a company. So the people would not be the politicians, which is the board. The people will be everybody from the top to the bottom. That's why the people and the politicians
No, those are
vote for the
employees.
leader of the nation. What are we talking
Those are
about?
employees. Those are employees. Let's just stick to the politic part
But
of it.
the citizens will be employees in this said
No, the
case.
citizens will be customers. They don't vote on what the fuck we do. They buy a product. If they like the product, it's successful. If they don't like the product, it's not. They're
So
customers.
so
They
you
don't
saying
have
the
a say
customer vote.
so.
So the
That's
customer vote is important.
the customer. I mean, if you want to go this route, yeah, the customers,
No, y'all drawing it up this way. I'm trying to understand it because y'all confused
the
the fuck out of me now.
customer is considered the person that funds the company. They don't make decisions. The board makes decisions.
Right?
You see what I'm
So the
saying?
citizens don't make decisions. The politicians make decisions.
Yes. You elect the politician.
So the customers elect the employees.
No.
No,
And
the
that's the
customer
only
is
reason why I'm
the
saying
customer is what
this.
makes the
I don't know why the
business
fuck y'all
fun.
even brought this
The,
analogy up. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
because I was
Yeah, I'm
trying to,
going to
I was,
bed. Y'all niggas lost
Yeah.
me a while
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Good night.
Hey, Buck, I'm still with you. Good night, Bills. I'm still with you though.
Night bills.
the customer will just stick to the politics side. I mean, to the politics side of it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because analogies and all of that. We using
No,
all these
I was with
analogies to
I
explain
was with what you
politics,
I
where it's
was
just
with what
like
you trying to say, bro. But like I said, bro, my point is like I said, bro. I mean, I made my point. I feel like I made my point very clear, bro. And even if you and Buck, just to open your horizon a little bit more, bro, because you're a very knowledgeable brother, bro. You know what you're saying. But think about all of the other countries, bro. Think about the Kim Jong Uns. Think about the motherfucking the motherfucking the Putins. The
They don't have elections. They are dictatorships. They don't have
Exactly.
elections.
No, exactly. I'm with you. So I'm just saying, if you think about every other superpower, Kalami, I mean, like all these other people who we consider our oppositions, and these are not only our oppositions, but these are considered other superpowers, bro. You don't think that we're going to follow like somewhat the same structure, bro, but just have us thinking that, bro, because just like even on the, bro, like
No,
even on the art of war, bro, like this shit just don't make sense, bro.
bro.
We can't get a people this much power, fool. It
If
just
it
don't
was
make
going to be
sense,
a
bro.
dictatorship, we wouldn't have went through all these civil wars and all of this legislation changes and making the Constitution if they were going to keep it a dictatorship. That
We
was the
had
whole.
to, bro, because we don't.
We
You know
had
what?
to.
You know what makes us different, bro? What makes us different than all of these other superpowers is we have nothing. So I'll come
We
up.
used to have a lot,
Yeah,
and we
not
gave it
yeah,
away.
yeah,
We
but
had
we not,
gold
but
mines, we had oil mines, and all that shit. We had fucking steel plants. We had all of that shit.
we did, but it was never to the extent of these other superpowers. Yeah, we had it was a couple oil mines under here, and we had a couple natural resources, but it was never to the extent we could never compare on a global scale to the level of natural resources that these other superpowers are producing. You know that, I know that, and everybody knows
No,
that. So
well,
we had to take a different approach, bro. Our shit is we became a superpower on corruption, fool. And even us becoming a superpower by us even having to go to other places and set up shop and finesse and be able to take them down and make this move to get this, even the shit that we got going on right now with Iran, from the shit that we from just how this shit lined it up from El Salvador to the shit that even, bro, even before this, from the shit how it all even lined up from Ukraine to El Salvador to this now. I mean, if you want to take it back to fucking Gaddafi, bro. Like all of this shit
every
all
war
this
we've
shit.
been in has been over a natural resource.
Exactly. So if you know all of this shit, bro, it's like you saying everything that you saying, bro, and you using your intelligence here, but it's just like you get a blockade, bro. Now
Oh,
keep that same intelligence that you got and think about it. Now put your nigger brain on top of that. Now be a nigger with that. Now everything that you know. Now, I know you was just opposed to this, but put your felon mindset on. Put your just become a nigga. No, you got all this shit going on, bro. We gonna say, I bet we gonna have an open, bro. We gonna have an open election, bro, to let the people decide who is gonna be the face of this shit. Fuck no, bro.
no,
High
I'm gonna
structure
find a
games
way.
don't even work like that, bro.
I'm not. The structure is in place. When you know the rules, you know how to play the game. So if I know how I gotta go about trying to manipulate the rules, like Trump has done multiple times, like Baby Bush did, like some of these other presidents have in the past, that's you manipulating the game. That don't mean that the rules ain't still the rules, dog. That's the votes count. You can believe they don't. That's your free thinking, free mind.
I
Right.
feel like you too smart to even believe that this shit count though, bruh.
I've been
Like, and it's
around
really
long enough
blowing
to
me,
know
bro.
that that shit.
I'm really trying to get you to. I'm really trying to get you to see it because you making all facts and you saying shit that's like, nigga, you really think that they about to? Because you know what the fuck is going on. It's not like you one of the ones that's like, yeah, man, this government is a straightforward government. It's no corruption in this shit. These are just
I
what.
never, I
I
never
know
said
that you're
the
not saying it.
government
That's
was.
why it's blowing me, and that's why I'm pushing the envelope
I,
so hard for you
I
to really
never
catch that point.
said that the government wasn't corrupt. It's very fucking corrupt. I
I
never
know
said it
that. That's
wasn't.
what I'm
I
saying.
never
So if you
said
know
that
that
America was
part,
never founded on corruption. I didn't say none of those things.
if you
I'm
know
saying
all of this shit, you think they gonna let the fucking people decide, bruh? Come on, man.
if the shit didn't matter, they
Can't let
wouldn't
the
have to
people
steal it.
I just told you, bruh. They want the numbers to
They wouldn't have to steal it if it didn't matter.
like, bruh. What's gonna actually decide this shit, bruh? Just think about all of the shit you know, bro. Think about the Simpsons, bro. Think about the Jetsons, bro. Think about all this shit that you know, bro. From how just all of this shit, bro. All of this shit from how AI is just you think that they just everything, bro. Just if you think about the evolution of the world, bro. It's just too many secrets, bro. It's just too much. It's just too much, bro. It's too much. Way in time, it's too much. From the weird shit that they say going on in Hollywood to the media. It's just like it's real. Like, bro, I real life can go on and on and on and on and on. And on. It's just way too much shit for them to be like, all right, bet we got all this shit going on internally, but all right, now let's let the people just figure out who's gonna be the next president. Fuck it. We don't got no say in this. We control in literally every other aspect of the fucking world. And but this piece right here, we're gonna just let the people get this one.
It's called democracy, bro.
Come on, man. It's called a mockery.
It's that
That's what
too,
the
but
fuck
it's
it's
still
called, bro. They
Yeah,
making fools of us, bro. That's all they doing, bro. They real life making. Bro, bro. You can't name one thing, bro, of high significance, bro, where they let the people decide, bro. Even in a fucking game, bro. You know like that's not how it goes, bro. It's chain of commands with this shit, bro. From England, bro, to wherever you want to go, bro. Whether you want to go on some street shit, or if you want to go on some super political shit and look at other nations outside of the United States, bro. Everywhere else, bro, who anything that has power, bro, the people don't decide nothing, bro. It's just
you
what
know
it
who the
is,
only
bro.
thing the thing that bothers me about this shit is only black people think like this. I don't hear Asians saying votes don't matter. I don't hear white people saying votes don't matter. I don't hear
Nigga, cause you're not
nobody that's
even
I heard
talking to
white people
them,
say
bro.
that.
I ain't heard not one say it that votes don't matter. It's a black thing.
I have for sure.
It's a black thing.
That
And but
shit
you know, most
crazy.
of our
And
conversations
we
gonna
the
be with
ones
our
that
people,
work
bro. But it's just like to me,
the
it's like only
hardest to
common
get
sense,
voting
bro.
right.
It's it's really like common sense to me, bro. Like, cause I know that I wouldn't, bro. Like, I'm not even saying I feel like. And look, bro, this was so fucked up, bro. This how look. This is what Carter G. Woodson was saying, bro, in the Miseducation of the Negro. Cause I'm so fucked up, bro, that I don't even feel like our shit should even matter, bro. It's too much going on, bro. Like the people, like I don't even want this person, this person, and this person, and this person, this person, this person. As long as you haven't, they saying, long as you haven't broke the law to a certain level where they can label you a felon, bro, you have enough knowledge to be able to decide who our next president is. Fuck no, I don't even want that shit, bro. I need somebody who has a deeper understanding of all this shit going on to decide who's at the seat, not the person who's going to be influenced by somebody that's going on the side of the road putting up a billboard, bro, or somebody that's saying they having a neighborhood block party for you to come out to so they can tell you a little bit about their campaign. I feel like that even me, bro, by me being a businessman, bro, I don't even want nobody with I don't even want anybody deciding who runs and fuels our nation, bro. Who will be the face of our nation, bro. And I don't think you would either, bro. If you
I
really think
do.
about it, bro.
I do. I would rather have a public vote Let the people decide who they want to lead the company. And then they have the representatives help influence that and administrative part. It all goes hand in hand. You can say, feel however you feel, that's your right. But that shit matters. And if it didn't, like I said before, it wouldn't be trying to take that right away from you. So, you
Bro, they
go,
just trying
that's
to act,
solid.
and I said, my take on that is, like I said, we had to argue this shit to the morning, bro. They want to take the right, and they want to do the rezoning, bro, because they want certain colors that look certain ways, and they even then, bro, that shit, bro, I be feeling like them small talk
All right,
conversations, bro,
I'm
to
out.
even help even fuel your point.
I'm
Nah,
out,
for real,
man.
bro, because like, bro,
Nah,
it's
I'm
so much
out. I'm
corruption
gone.
and shit going on, bro.
I'm
They
out,
can
man.
just read, bro. They can just read. They can just rezone it, bro. For what, bro? Like, bro, come on, bro.
Hold on, we still gonna kick it on. Man, from culture, man, to politics, to public safety, to man, go-go scandals. We talked about a whole bunch of stuff tonight, man. Appreciate everybody that rock with us always this long. The Sice Room each and every Tuesday. Sometimes shit just is what it is. I got the greatest panel, the greatest chat in the world. Y'all already know we rocking out.